All right, we are live. What's up, guys? So, oh my goodness, it took me 2 hours. I did my second speech at my Toastmasters meeting tonight called There is No Hero Coming to Save You. And, just trying to inspire and encourage people to not wait around for your heroes. You don't want to. Hey, what's up, Chris R? So I did a Toastmasters speech tonight at my Toastmasters meeting, my second speech, and it was a hit. What can I say? I'm kidding, but yeah. So after the Toastmasters meeting, came here to do my admin. I love stopping by this coffee shop because, first of all, my friend owns it. Secondly, it's open until midnight, so I have a little less than an hour, and I gotta wrap this up and get out of here. But also, it's almost like having an office that I don't have to pay rent for. I do all my admin here, all my emailing and everything, all my scheduling. Holy cow, I'm busy. Anyways, I love it. I love coming here. It's like a nice little chill environment. I can just get in the zone and just start, emailing away for the past 2 hours. And here's the thing: what I've been doing is I've been scheduling my clients like 3 months at a time. So I got them January, February, March, for the spring. And then tonight, when I was emailing a lot of all my clients, not all, but a lot of them, I was saying like summer grooming dates. So let's get them, let's get all the appointments set up for this summer. And I'm just trying to plug in dates because the summer people are traveling. So the dates that I give them, they're like, oh no, these dates will work better. But then I gave those dates to other people. So now it's like musical chairs with the scheduling. Oh, what's up, Daisy like the flower? Patty, what's up? So that's kind of what's going on with the scheduling. And if you're a groomer yourself, that's really been working for me really well. So that way, I go ahead and email them. Now it's March. No, it's still March, late March going into April. But I'm emailing them dates for May, June, and July. In August too, if it's early August. Late in August, then I'll save that for the fall dates. But by getting them to pre-book each season before the season arrives, then it kind of gives me that cushion where I'm not scrambling to pre-book everybody, and trying to work out all these dates. I am, but I'm always doing it for the next season. So that way, because in one day, it's hard to get everything done in one day. Sometimes things just take longer than we expect, and the things that we have on our list for that day, sometimes some of them have to just get carried over to the next day. But with the scheduling and emailing, if that happens, it's not too big of a deal for me because I'm already scheduling for the next season. Does that make sense? So even if today I got carried away and I wasn't able to stop by here and get these emails out, as long as I got it done sometime this week, But I always love that saying, it's a little a day, not a lot on Sunday. That applies to anything, whether you're exercising, whether you're trying to get good at grooming, whether you're trying to get good at archery, no matter what it is, whether you're trying to get better at public speaking, like at Toastmasters, no matter what it is, the more you do it, the more. Anyways, before I get carried away, any questions? Patty, you guys, I missed Amy, the Go Groomers live stream yesterday. Did I miss anything good? I'm kidding. I know it's always good, but I gotta go back through and watch that. Anyways, another shout out. You know what? I've been giving a lot of shout outs to different channels on YouTube that are newer, like Grooms by Janine, Grooms by Nicole, even Patty, our favorite groomer. But I wanted to make a special shout out to Rose and Friends. She's on Instagram, and I'm no longer active on Instagram, so I just kind of haven't thought about that. But Rose and Friends, she's a house call groomer. I think she's in California, but I like. How could I forget to give her a special shout out? Anyways, Daisy like the flower, just the most life-changing advice. Yeah, right. But anyways, okay, before I end this stream, I want to just give a little, I guess lesson. I don't even want to call it a life lesson or anything. Like, it's not like I'm some sort of guru or anything, but it's just something that I've learned, right? That is helping me. Some of the clients that I've been doing business with for past like 7 years, back when I opened up my shop, I've been reluctant to fire them because of the history, because of everything. And it's just like, oh man, I don't want to feel like a bad guy. But finally, and it's more than one, it's several. So if any of them, if any of you guys are watching this, I'm not talking about you, just you. I mean, I've fired several people so far. And they're mostly doodles, and they're mostly because they it started to feel to me like they were feeling like I'm just there to collect a paycheck because they're asking me the same things. I've been telling them over and over why it's taking so long, all this stuff, and especially in change of seasons, I've been explaining this, and then to get like text messages, what's going on, why is this? It's like I explained it while I was there. I explain it every time I'm there. So finally, I just got this feeling like maybe you feel like I'm just there for the paycheck, and I'm not. I'm not there to just collect the paycheck. I'm there to try to make a difference, and I'm there to try to make you know a, a positive impact on their lives. Ever since I was a little kid, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be like my mom's pastor, where he came into our house, and no matter how bad things were, when he left, things were a little better. That's what I wanted to do. That's why I went to Bible college. That's why I thought I was going to be a pastor my whole life. But again, that's not something that you do because you want to. Is you have to be called into the ministry, and I just didn't feel the calling, and I had to be honest with myself. I didn't feel called. So I had to quit the Bible college, and they were all really disappointed. But anyways, where's I going? Drinking the beer. Oh yeah, okay. So ever since I was a little kid, that's what I thought. That's what I wanted to do, and so now I'm actually doing what I wanted to do as a child. I go to my clients' homes, and when I leave, things are a little better. When I feel like I'm not doing that, when I feel like I'm just getting paid, then I don't want to go there anymore because that's not why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm doing what I'm doing to try to be helpful, to try to do something that's meaningful. So anyways, I fired a bunch of people and I didn't feel good about it. But because I got them off of my schedule and I cleared a lot of people off the waiting list by raising the price to $275 for a new client. Again, that made me feel kind of bad. It made me feel bad about myself a little bit. Like, oh, now people are going to think that all this success has really gotten to my head, like people are accusing me of, and I don't want to. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be the guy that got big-headed. But even though it was hard to do, and even though it made me kind of feel bad, I did what. Usually, what's difficult and what's right, usually they're the same thing. So I did what's difficult because it was necessary. Cleared them off my schedule, got made room. Once I made room, then the really positive, the people that were making the biggest impact and biggest changes in my life right now, they are now on my schedule, but they're all new clients. The famous people that that are on my clients list now, they are all recent because I fired people and I made room on the waiting list and everything. Now, when they contact me, I have room, I have space for them. But I wouldn't have had room if I held on to all these people that I have history with, right? It's like, oh, even though I don't really enjoy doing business with them, even though every time I go, I do kind of struggle and I try to give myself a pep talk and make myself look at all the positives and like, no, it is good. It's worth it. But really deep down, I'm not feeling that fulfilled. I'm not feeling, like I'm being, growing from this. I feel like I'm shrinking kind of. So, yeah, even though it's tough, and even though they say things like, oh, all this time, all this history, I guess it doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, you can say whatever you want about me. I don't care. You know? Um, Once I did that, once I found the courage, the strength to get rid of the negative people in my life, whether they're on my client list or whether it's in my personal life, once I gotten rid of that and made space in my life, now people who are really my best friend, who was negative, who was drilling me all the time, making me question my decisions, always making me doubt myself, always so cynical, always just talking bad about me, and talking bad to me. Once I found the strength and the courage to say, hey, no more. We're not friends anymore. Oh, all the over 20 years, you're just gonna throw that away? I was like, yeah, I am. He was like, I guess it wasn't real. I was like, no, don't say that. Just because I've decided to no longer be your friend doesn't mean that all that time before I wasn't really your friend. I really was. I really was invested. But now I've learned things and I know things that, I see you differently, you know? And now that I've decided with more information and more evidence, I now have made a decision to no longer be your friend anymore. Doesn't mean that everything before was fake. Just means that from now on, I'm not your friend. Well, I don't consider myself your friend. I don't consider you mine, right? So once I did that, now I have space in my life to meet new people, like this guy Mark I met tonight at the Toastmasters meeting. Well, not tonight. I mean, but tonight we had a really great talk. Guys like Joey that I met at the gym the other night, he's into energy work, healing. He's a massage therapist, and wow, and like it's almost like we were on parallel paths, but he does work with people, energy work and healing with people, and I've chosen to do it with dogs. But it's like, whoa, he's bald and I have long hair, but we both have nice facial. Anyways, but I mean, and I'm getting their phone numbers. We're trying to schedule times to meet and start forming this like mastermind group of like-minded people. I'm able to do this now because I've made room for new people in my life by getting rid of the old people who I don't want to say have been holding me back, because I don't want to blame anybody. I just want to say, like, who probably weren't the best use of my time, right? Who probably weren't the best investment of my time, because I no longer want to spend time with people who blame and complain or play the victim. I just don't have time for that, because when you hang around, like the car dealer. I remember one time I was like cursing, right? And this one person was like, "Oh my God, June, you curse?" I was like, "Well, I've worked in the car business for years. I mean, you don't roll around in shit and come out clean." I'm kidding. But anyways, I mean, it was true. You don't roll around in shit and expect to come out clean. You know what I'm saying? So if you roll around with the wrong crowd and they're all dirty and they're all covered in shit, then you're going to end up pretty shitty. So choose your company wisely is all I'm saying. Patty says, you may have said this before, but I'm wondering, when you first started the house call grooming, how did you get your name out there? Just word of mouth, or another way, just word of mouth? And here's the amazing thing. Rather than like, because this is what I did. I put myself out there a lot. I was sharing all my posts on all the different Facebook groups, and I would share my posts on Instagram and Twitter and everything. And I mean, it helped. It did help, but really, I would say all the clients that I got from that, from social media and them contacting me through messages on Facebook or Instagram, yeah, all of them, every single one of them are not on my client list right now. It was like a 1 or 2 shot deal. Every one of my clients who are regulars, who are willing and able, and they see the value in my service, and I'm going back every month, and it's consistent. Those clients all came from word of mouth. One person telling another person. And I only have 33 clients, right? I mean, oh yeah, I just X'd out. I just X'd out that. See, there's a couple I recently X'd out. I fired recently. But yeah, about 33 clients is what I have, I think. It was 34, then I fired 2. So it's 32, but then I put on another one. So yeah, I have 33 clients now. And that's all I need. Oh my God. I actually contacted one person that was on the waiting list. And her dog, I loved her dog. And I actually was looking forward to it. And I contacted her. I emailed her. I was like, hey, I got one spot. I just fired someone. I didn't tell her I fired them. But I told her that I just had a spot open up. Do you want it? I think it was April 13th or something. And at first she said yes, when can I bring her over to you? And then I emailed her back. I was like, I'm really sorry. I think there's a misunderstanding. I do house calls now. I go to you. I go to set up at your house. Is that okay? I didn't hear back from her. And then someone else needed to take that spot. And so It happened that quick. And so then I emailed her back and I was like, I'm really sorry, that date's not longer available. You're back on the wait list, you know. And I told her like I really wanted to groom her too. I really wanted to see her, like, just so you know, I wanted to, but the date's taken now. And I was like, if the house call thing is an issue, just let me know and I'll take your name off the list. She emails me back telling me like, oh my god, I was, you know, all day long she was working at like Habitat for Humanity or something like that. She was doing good work, you know, but she wasn't able to email me back that day because she was busy. But she was like, oh my god, I can't believe I missed it, you know. But anyways, and she told me, you know, please keep her in mind for the second. So that's what's going on right now. And I started this 3 years ago when we first moved back from Arizona. I was completely financially, emotionally wiped out, right? And I even actually called my old boss where I used to stock liquor store shelves. I called the liquor store owner and I tried to get my job back as a stocker, you know, because I just wanted some reliable money. I had 2 kids, you know, I have 2 kids to feed, you know. There's no pride anymore. There's no ego. Just give me some work. I need some pay to put some groceries on the table, you know. But he gave me an attitude. He was the guy that cussed me out all the time. So I was like, you know what? I don't even know what I was thinking. Click. And then I worked at one grooming place. It was a really nice pet hotel suite thing. Didn't work out. Then I started at another place in Duluth. Didn't work out. So then one of my clients that was scheduled that week that I got fired, she was like, why don't you just come over to my house? So I went over to her place. Then she told her friends that I was back in town. And then one by one, and then now I'm booked out. And I have a waiting list, and I have famous people on my schedule. It's mind blowing to me. I don't know if you guys remember me telling the story on my other channel about Melissa McCarthy, her assistant, I guess. Well, maybe the assistant to her assistant. I don't know. But yeah, when they contacted me to groom Melissa McCarthy's dogs, I was almost relieved that it didn't work out. You know, that she didn't want to be on the waiting list or couldn't be. Let's not say didn't want, because that sounds bad. I'm not trying to make her look bad. Just for obvious reasons, couldn't be on a waiting list number 17, you know, and God knows how long she's gonna have to wait there, you know. So obviously it didn't work out, but I was almost relieved that it didn't work out. I was like, because deep inside I was thinking, you would have blew it anyways, you know, and it would have been embarrassing and it would have hurt, you know, and it would have made me feel bad, you know. But I think maybe subconsciously I was kind of avoiding celebrities and I was trying to get not groom celebrity dogs. But now that I do, it's like, what in the world, you know? Like, is this true? Oh, my goodness. Anyways, so that's how I got into house call grooming. And David Force, time is the most valuable currency. Exactly. Time is precious. We never get time back when we spend it. So you got to spend your time wisely. Um, Optimistically cynical. I slept with my audiologist and got AIDS. Audiologist and got AIDS. Okay, like hearing aids? Am I missing something here? Dennis Moses. Hey, what's up? Um, Optimistically cynical says good deal. David Force, don't underestimate yourself. You're a genius. Oh wow. Well, like attracts like, right? Right? You spot it, you got it. You're a genius, actually. Um, Patty says, "Wow, that is cool. True word of mouth is power. Very exactly." And also in the book Contagious by Jonah Berger, where he talks about how videos or anything on social media, how posts go viral. He was saying that we grossly underestimate the power of word of mouth. He's saying even today, in this new age of smartphones and technology and social media, even now, the posts that get shared are the ones that are being shared person to person. You know, one person sharing it with another person on their wall, or sending it as a direct message or text message, or someone sharing. My mom does it now that my mom's figured out how to use her phone. She's on this like Kakao app thing, and people send her all these like little quick cat videos and stuff, and she'll send them to me now. I'm like, God, my mom's sending me viral videos now. But anyways, even in this day and age, word of mouth is the most powerful um, marketing tool, advertisement tool, like whatever you want to call it. Just going above and beyond, doing more than anybody could reasonably expect of you. When you give that kind of service, people can't help but to tell their friends. Because why? It's called social currency. It makes them look good to refer you now, right? Especially when you're booked and you have a waiting list. Oh my God. I don't know if I should say this. Let me take a swig of beer because it's about to get a little bit real. Um, once I stopped taking new clients and I announced that I had a waiting list, I started getting mucho referrals and calls. Why? I believe. Should I say that? Okay, I'm just gonna say this. I think it's because my clients like when their friends call me and they're not able to get on my schedule. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm just trying to be honest. I'm not accusing my clients of being jerks, but I almost want to tell that person, your friend's a jerk, my client, because I mean, it's like this whole time I've been asking for people to refer their friends and people, more because I'm trying to build my business. Now that I can't take any more clients and I'm turning people away, it's almost like they're doing it for fun or something. Like, hey, here's my groomer's number, or here's a email them. See if you can get on a schedule, and then maybe just they're sitting back waiting, and then their friend calls them up. Hey, oh man, I just tried, and I told them that you're my friend and that you referred me, and he's saying that he can't take any more clients, and I'm like number 7 on the waiting list, and it doesn't really move. He's almost acting like he doesn't want my business. Yeah, wow, you don't say. That's shocking. I could just imagine this in my head. Anyways, let's see. Our favorite sounds like a troll. LOL. Yeah, maybe. You're talking about the optimistically cynical. Dennis Moses. All my groom dogs are from word of mouth. That's the best. Okay, a video does help. Yeah, but I'm telling you, all the business I've ever got from YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, any of that, people who have contacted me from that, they're not on my schedule anymore. I've groomed their dogs maybe 2-3 times. And then they're like, because after about 2-3 times, all the skin issues, like the hot spots, all this stuff, the bald spots, if there's any missing patches of skin or black skin areas, usually after the 3rd groom, everything's kind of okay now, because the skin has now had a good environment to heal itself for the past, what if it's 3 visits, it's anywhere between 3 to 6 months, because I go back every month and a half. So maybe like 3 to 7 months. So within that time, the skin usually hasn't had enough time to heal itself, or at least make drastic changes where it's noticeable difference. So by that time, I feel like what happens is a lot of these newer clients that find me on Facebook and stuff like that, they feel like, well, we don't really need to pay this much, and our dog's looking pretty good, because I'm only going once every month and a half or 2. And even though I'm spending all day there and they see me sweating and everything, I think that, I don't know, I don't think it really clicks. And then later on, I get a phone call back when their dog's skin is acting up again, like about a year later, like, oh my God, can you help us? And it's like, no, I can't. Let's see, David, I need a beer now. Oh, why not? Shoot. Okay, I better wrap up. They're about to close. Chris R, that's probably true, but funny at the same time, right? Our favorite groomer, LOL. They may be doing it on purpose. That's what I started thinking that. I was like, wait a minute. Why am I getting all these phone calls and all these referrals now that I can't take any more clients? I mean, shoot. Hey, if you just started your own business, maybe act like you can't take any more clients. I mean, maybe here's a trick though. I think it only works if you actually turn away the referrals. If you start taking the referrals, then your clients might find out that you're full of shit. Daisy like the flower. How much did you charge when you started doing house calls? If you don't, I only charge like $80, 80, sometimes like 75, 90. I was even for like these big doodles that I'm charging like 150 for now. I was charging like 90, 80, 90, because again, I was desperate. I just wanted to get some work. Let's see, Chris R. Do you charge the same rate for small or large in large dogs? Yes, I do. Oh no, I charge different rates, but I have like a price sheet, a scale. You know what? After this, I'll go ahead and look for it on my Google Drive and put it on the description, my price sheet. That way, you guys can, you know, I'm not saying to charge what I charge or charge how I charge, but it'll give you an idea, I guess. Um, Dennis Moses, my video is me doing my job at work. Look up Dennis Moses barks. I would, but now that you've told me what to do, I don't like it when people tell me how to live my life, Dennis. I'm just kidding. I'll check it out. Patty, good idea. I'm gonna have to try that. That's the thing, though. Kind of like the walk away. They say that the walk away is one of the most strongest um, techniques in negotiation. It's one of the strongest tactics because there's no going back from that. If the walk away is only powerful and only works if you really walk away, you can't just act like you're gonna walk away. And so the same thing with being booked and not being able to take any more clients. When you say that, and then people start referring their friends because they want their friends to get denied, and their friends don't get denied, now you might run the risk of losing both clients because now you look like a sham. It looks like it was a gimmick. Um, Dennis Moses, I charge 65 for small. Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean that's reasonable, right? And here's the thing, with my pricing, I realized if I'm not competing with anyone else in the way I groom, then why am I competing in the way I charge or comparing? I'm not comparing myself to anyone else in my style of grooming. So I don't want to compare my prices to anyone else's either. So I charge what I want to charge because that's what makes sense for me. But I never think about what everyone else is charging, and I don't want anyone else to charge what I charge because the thing is, I know some people are like, "Oh my God, June, you live the life that I want, the life that I want." Imagine. Here's the thing, though, I wouldn't be ready for this like 3 or 5 years ago. I wouldn't have been ready. I wouldn't have been able to handle this. Like going to Boston this weekend after this full week. Like the thing is, before I wasn't working out the way I am now. I wasn't eating a good diet. I would eat a I would stop by QT and get a large pizza for $7.99 when they were having that sale, a pepperoni. I would eat the whole pepperoni pizza, large, on the way home from work, and I would wonder why I feel so miserable the next day. And so that's what was my lifestyle back then. Now, I instead of doing that, I stop by Kroger or Publix and I get one of those snack packs, little cheese, raisins or cranberries with nuts, or broccoli or avocados or something. I eat much better now. I'm taking care of myself much better. I drink much better. I was kidding. And I'm exercising. So I'm able to handle this busy schedule now. I wouldn't have been able to handle this before. Another thing, going to groom this dog that may be very aggressive. I don't know. I've never met this dog before. I mean, it could totally. Today I got bit. Look at that. Drew blood. I used styptic powder on that. Styptic gel. Closed it right up. Anyways, and right there, look at that. So sometimes this happens, right? But I'm ready for it. It doesn't scare me or it doesn't give me the same anxiety as before. Before I would stay up all night watching Caesar Milan, reruns. Before an aggressive dog would come in or a challenging dog would come in the next day because I would have be full of anxiety. I don't have that anymore. So the thing is, like, uh, I, it's about time. Take your time. Let yourself grow into the positions that you want. You know, it what does Einstein say? Time exists so that everything can't happen all at once. You know, so Let yourself grow. Let yourself become better at this, and then this, and then what does Jim Rohn say? Jim Rohn says one discipline affects another. If you start eating an apple a day, you'll start wanting to go to the gym. And then once you start going to the gym regularly, you're going to start wanting to work out. Once you start doing that, you're not going to want all that work to go to waste. So you're going to start cleaning up your diet. Once you start doing that, you're going to start making goals and lists. And once you start, it's like one thing starts to affect another. But you can just start small with an apple a day. But here's the thing: we come into this world empty-handed. We leave empty-handed. So it's not about what we get and what we can hold on to, because we can't take any of that with us. So all we really need to decide for ourselves is, how do I want to spend my time here on Earth while I'm here? Okay, hey, what's up? Bargill's in the house. How's your story going, Bargill? Hey, June, I start my new job at New Salon tomorrow. I'm picking up where I left off my previous job, and I hope I can get a new career going from here. Perfect. Don't hope. No, it's possible. No, it's possible for yourself. If you're into affirmations, if you want to start a journal, my suggestion, Bargill, you can write, I am a talented, skilled, and in-demand groomer. You can even write it like this, because they say to write it in the present tense. You can write it like this: I am so happy and grateful now that I am a skilled and talented and highly demand groomer. Boom, you can write that as an affirmation. And it, by writing it down, you literally now have given it a life of its own. You now, I want to show, well, anyways, I don't want to show any client information. But when you write things down, like 5 years ago, I wrote, I groom dogs for the rich and famous. And then I wrote it a different way. I was like, I groom dogs for millionaires. And then I wrote, and all of this in one little, I put, I groom dogs for the rich, because they say you want to make it as clear as possible. So I put, I groom dogs for the rich and famous. Then I wrote, I groom dogs for millionaires. Then I wrote, the rich and famous people invite me into their homes to groom their dogs, right? I wrote this while I was in that shop, and it was about to close that week because we were getting shut down by the health department. We didn't get an inspection done. I was managing that shop by myself. I mean, I was working long hours without getting any pay because I was working strictly on commission, and we were getting shut down. I was in one of the hardest times of my life, and I was writing because they say where your focus goes, attention, energy flows. So where your focus goes, energy flows, and makes it bigger. So I didn't want to think about everything bad that was happening in my life at that moment, because it's happening anyways. Whether I think about it or not, it's already happening. So I started to try to turn my mind towards, the sun, towards the light, like, what do I want? And so that's when I started to think clearly, what is it do I want? I was like, this is what I want. And I wrote it down 5 years ago. I'm only sharing it now because it's actually happened, and nobody can make it unhappen anymore. I mean, yeah, I guess my famous clients can fire me. All my rich clients can fire me. But I can always still say I groomed dogs for the rich and famous. Yeah, I did. It happened. Nobody can take that away from me. So now I can share it. But before it actually happened, oh, it was so hard. I couldn't tell anybody, because you want to give it time to grow. Okay, let me try to finish this up because they're about to close. Daisy like the flower. The shop I work at charges $45 for small dogs. Patty says, yeah, true. I mean, what else? Everything I say is true. Hashtag truth. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag truth nugget. Tom, what's up, Tom? Bargill says, I talked to a friend at the dog park today. She told me that she now works under Master Groomer. She started the same way I did. She got fired from her job as a bather, but she succeeded. I got fired so many times, and I quit so many times. If anybody saw my resume, they would be convinced I can't hold a job. I mean, they're probably right. I can't hold a job, but my resume shows it. Dennis Moses. Most of my dogs are the ones that have been kicked out of different grooming shops. I believe that every dog and cat can be groomed. I think I was a dog in my past life. I tell people that too. When I grew, I was either a dog or a Mexican because I don't know. I crave Mexican food like 24/7. Anyways, when I grew a dog, we became one. Exactly. I compare it to the movie Avatar when he before he rides that horse or that flying dragon, they connect. He connects his hair. They connect. They become one. The CIA. The CIA. Did someone say rich and famous? I did not. I did not say rich and famous. Let me close this. I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm rich and famous. So what? I'm kidding. I'm not yet. All right, guys. Anyways, let me go ahead and close this up because they are about to close. But when you're famous like I am, people stay open late for you. Don't be just kidding. My friend's about to kick my ass. All right, I'll see you guys. Let's do another coffee shop talk, right? This was fun. I'll see you guys.